folks, we're arriving at the Gerdau plant here in Fort Smith. I guess I should say the Fort Smith Maverick yard, which is right across the road from the Gerdau mill. If it wasn't for the Gerdau mill, the Fort Smith Maverick yard wouldn't even be here. So it's about 10:30 a.m. on Friday. So let's get in here and see what's happening. Sure would be nice if they can. It'd be awesome to just have a preload all ready to go that I could just jump on right now. But they haven't sent me an order yet, so I have no idea. I should be here early enough on a Friday. I'm hoping that it's not super packed yet. That's just a wish also. Yeah, there's not very many trucks here yet. That's good, that's good. Alright, so let's turn in here and see what's happening. And if you've never been here before, traffic turns to the right. Oh, they got 4 or 5 preloads sitting out here. I need to get one of those. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll get lucky. Okay, well, there's plenty of opportunities for parking, which is something I haven't seen in quite a while. So I guess I'll just pull in. That repair truck is kind of in the way right now, so I'll just kind of pull in right here. Alright, more later. Well guys, my plan for getting in here early and getting out quick were foiled. Yeah, I went inside there to use the restroom, and they, you know, they're having driver appreciation, or employee appreciation this week, so they had burgers and brats and chips and drinks for everybody. So I started making me a burger. The fleet manager called, said I need to run up the road here to the medical center place and have a drug test. Again, I just had one like 3 weeks ago. So that took a little over an hour. So now I'm back here in the lot, don't have an order. I called, my fleet manager must be on lunch, but I called and talked to his sub, Joey, and he said he put me back on the load board, but I don't have anything. I wish something would happen soon, because I've only got about less than 5.5 hours of time, which, you know, I need about 3 hours to legally get home. So we're down to a couple hours of time here to get loaded, secured, get on the road. I need a load assignment. But thanks for the food. The burger was good. Maverick, or whoever put that on. And now it's getting hot. It's like 12:15 now. Just waiting on a load assignment. All right, folks. So I went in and got me a burger. Got back out here to the truck, and I was number 3 in the loading order. And then it only took about 10 minutes, and they've assigned me to door number 1. And the order I have is delivering, I think, Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. at NTN in Jeffersonville, Indiana. You know, I've delivered at an NTN, but I don't think it's the one in Jeffersonville, Indiana. So I'm not sure I've been to this particular one. Anyway, probably going to have to build a bulkhead since this is an inside load, and it'll probably have to be tarped. So I haven't set anything up yet. I'm just going to wait till I get in there and see what they want me to do. So, and I do think the work order said it was a 22-foot bar. This fella in front of me, I was talking to him. I ran into him about a month ago up at Georgetown, Kentucky, and that's where he's getting a load going there again. So I'm just giving you a shot of the yard. Man, I wish they had food like that in the driver lounge office area all the time. Ice cold drinks, brats, chips, cookies, candy bars, bananas, burgers. I'd get spoiled. Alright, you'll see a couple of guys here in loading positions. So we're passing up door number, well, we've already passed door number 3. I don't think they do any loading in there. But here's door number 2. So I'll be going up to the next one, door number 1. Try to make this sharp turn. Hope he'll sit there for a minute and let me make this wide turn. Door number 1, as Monty Hall used to say. Well, at least I'll be in the shade. All right. See if I can get straightened up here. Okay, I'll show you some if I can. All right, guys, we're getting one of these impressive all-in-one drops. So we got 5 boards out. These fellas were good enough to help me kind of get my boards up while I was building the bulkhead. Looks like we're getting 6 bundles with blocks in between. Quite an apparatus there. Let's look at it from the back. So he'll be trying to split the 6 bundles right down the middle there. This is the middle of the trailer where this wood strip is. They don't all have wood strips in the middle. It really helps you figure out where the middle is. So this will be pretty quick. I've already got 2 belly straps laid out here, and then I'll put four chains over. I'm not supposed to be over here on the side. I got out of my truck too without my long sleeve shirt on. I had a short sleeve safety shirt on. They said, you got to get on some sleeves. So I had to go in there and redress. Anyway, I haven't even looked at the order to see if this is supposed to be tarp. It doesn't really look like product that would have to be tarp, but whoa! Uh-oh, something got hung up there. All right, guys, so you get the idea. They're gonna drop those down once they're happy with it, get it butted up against the bulkhead. You know, you don't want any movement, possible movement between the bar and the bulkhead. It's there to stop forward motion in case you need to stop forward motion. Hopefully you don't, but that's why it's there. And so yeah, I don't know if this has to be tarp or not. Alright, so that's how it works, guys. I'll show you some more later. Now here comes the third guy, the white hat guy. He's gonna check the tags on the product, scan them into the system, you know, make sure we got the right product. And he drives up. He just goes from load to load out there, you know, checking everything to make sure it's accurate. So once they give me the okay, I'll finish securing. Okay, boys and girls, loaded. I got 2 belly straps over the load. I'm gonna get on out of here so they can get another truck in to load. So we got to make a right turn to exit when you're getting the inside load. And hopefully there'll be a spot up front where I can back into. Yeah, there's a couple. So just make sure you don't turn too sharp and hit the post on the building. All right, all right. So I'm just going to angle over here and park in this end spot right here. Somebody left a wood block there. And then I'll back into this spot. And we'll get some chains on and get a tarp on. I'll be able to cover this with one. Of course, I'll have to put 2 green canvas tarps on, but I'll be able to cover it with 1 vinyl tarp. All right, so that worked out well. See if I can back up without hitting that wood block. Try to leave some room where I can pull down my bar. I may just put my over-center binders on top of the load here, because this product goes pretty close to the edge. I gotta tarp it anyway. So. All right, let me get to work. Okay guys, let me show you the load. And I want to tell you, I had 2 belly straps, you know, one on the front, one on the back, like any bar load. And then I had 4 chains draped over, had my pads up there. I was about to start pulling over-center binders down, and one of the other drivers over there that saw that I had loaded inside walked over and said, you know, I think those loads are straps only. And I was like, what? This is not shiny bar. Anyway, I went and looked at my notes on the work order, and sure enough, it said minimum of 8 straps. So, had to put all my chains and binders and pads up and do straps. So, we got 8 straps. So now I'm gonna put 2 green canvas tarps over just for protection, and 1 black vinyl tarp. Then I'm hitting the road. Woo! Well, I got somebody backing up right in front of me. Hope he ain't gonna stay there too long. Don't know where he's going. Woo! Man, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. But I should have just enough time to get home legally. Appreciate the folks in there, again, having food for us. That was really nice. Oh man, so I had to work too hard on that load because I was trying to chain it when it's supposed to be strapped. I guess I should have known, since it required a bulkhead, that it was supposed to be strapped, but I just wasn't thinking that way. You know, it wasn't shiny bar, so I was thinking this, you know, this is a regular load of bar. Anyway, be sure to read the notes in your work order, because it clearly said down in there, oh, that's David Estes hollering at me. Is that you again, David? Man, didn't I see you coming in here last week? All right, man, I'm heading home. Well, they got some good food in there for you. Oh, I think he got out of range. Oh man, but yeah, it's hot, guys. For mid-May, it's hot. I'm ready to go back up to Michigan. But like I said, this order goes to Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is just north of Louisville. Oh, excuse me. Golly. So yeah, I don't think I've ever delivered to this place, but we have another customer real close to this place, so I know where I'm going. In fact, it's, I think, just down the street. And my delivery appointment is for 9 a.m. Tuesday morning. So I can, I haven't noticed if they have overnight parking or not, but I'll leave out sometime Monday. All right, guys, more later. All right, folks, we are turning on the Valentine Road, trying to get into the Maverick North Little Rock yard, passing the pilot here. Trying to put an end to this week. Woo, I tell you, working out in that midday heat today. You know, I made a delivery this morning, but it hadn't got real hot then. But man, when I was at the Maverick Fort Smith yard, it was hot. That was very tiring and draining, being out in the heat. So anyway, I've got 18 minutes on my clock. So we about scooted through just about right on that one for the week. And just to remind you, I've got this load of bar that goes to NTN, which is a, you know, well, let me explain that here in a minute. But here's the Maverick Driving Academy here on the right. Looks like they've already shut down for the day. You know, and it's about 5:30 p.m. on Friday. Should be some parking spots still available. I left out this week on Sunday. Drove about 7.5 hours Sunday. Went up to Royal Oak, Michigan. And then went down towards what was the name of that town? Ecorse, Michigan. Got a load. We went to Dallas. Then that load kind of got messed up in Dallas. But got it delivered eventually, and then went down to Enos, Texas, to that Lowe's distribution center. Delivered that today up in, what was it, Bixby, Oklahoma. Nicely run store over there. And then to Fort Smith to get this load. It goes to Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is basically just across the river in Indiana from Louisville, Kentucky. And what I was saying is, we deliver a lot of product to an NTN facility in Columbus, Indiana, but I don't think I've ever delivered to this place in Jeffersonville. I know where it is because we have another place that we pick up a lot of stuff from right down the street. So I'm thinking I'll probably get a load from there after I deliver this one. Well, shoot, there aren't any good parking spots after all. I guess I'll get up here on the front row. Let this guy get out of the way. Giving you a look at all the different things. Everything from coils to lumber, plastic pipe. All kinds of stuff. All right, let me get parked here and I'll get back to you. Okay guys, let's do a quick review of the week. Last week's miles were 2,071. 2,071. And give me a second to find the payroll email. Oh gosh, let's see. There it is. The gross pay for that week was $1,433.65. $1,433.65. Okay. And I wanted to mention, I got a new recruit driver who, Matt from Grapeland, Texas, who should be finishing out his final evaluation in the next few days. He just, he sent me an email yesterday or the day before saying that he spent an extra week out on the trainer truck because he's got he was out with a new trainer, and was some kind of mix up about the timing or something. I'm not sure, but he ended up doing an extra week of training, which he sounded kind of glad of that, actually, you know, just more experience. So, but he did say he's supposed to start, I think, this weekend. So by the time you see this video, he'll probably already have his truck and be out on his own. But congratulations, Matt, and thanks again for using me as your referral. I really appreciate that. Oh man, so today I'm glad I was able to get home without having to PC, but you know, everything was going great. Today was running smooth. Got that Lowe's delivery up there in Oklahoma done, no problem. Didn't get soaking wet because it had been raining all morning. Got to the Maverick Fort Smith yard pretty early, you know, before it got crowded. Thought, man, I'm gonna be able to get a quick load, get out of here. And then the fleet manager calls and tells me to go get a drug test, which I just did about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. And so anyway, you know, that took an hour and a half. So I'm wondering, you know, either because, you know, it was over 3 years I've been with Maverick before I ever got a drug test. Of course, you get one when you first start, with, you know, as pre-hire and all that stuff. But since then, I hadn't had one till 3 or 4 weeks ago. So either they found something in the first drug test and they want to check it again, or they need to, you know, for their records, they need to have a lot of good, clean drug tests, and they know I'm clean, so they're going to keep sending me for drug tests. I don't know, but man, I tell you, things got all bad when I started hanging around at that senior citizen center. Some bad dudes up there, man. Yeah, you youngsters, you know, you need to know where your parents and your grandparents are. You know, do you know their friends? Do you know who their friends are? Do you know where they're spending time? Who they're hanging out with? You need to get involved. Seriously. All right, let's show you this, and I'll shut this off. We'll close this week out. Get home. Whew, I hope next week's a little cooler like it's supposed to be. Okay, so here's the load. It was 22-foot bar, 6 bundles, I think. Got a bulkhead built here, and you know, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but you know, I started securing this, and of course I put a belly wrap over the front and the rear, like all bar loads. And then I started throwing chains. You know, I was out in the yard securing, and one of the other drivers that I'd been talking to earlier, and he saw where I got loaded, he came over and he says, you know, I think you're supposed to just use straps on that stuff. He said, you got loaded inside, right? And I said, yeah. And he said, I think you're supposed to use straps on that. And I'm like, well, it's not shiny bar. You know, I was just thinking, it's not shiny bar, you know, it's not a strap only load. And I said, well, I'll go check my notes and see what it says. So I went back into the system and read through the notes for the order, and sure enough, it said minimum of 8 straps. So I put all my chains up. I mean, I had the chains, the pads, everything already in place, and was about to start putting the binders on. And so I had to put all that up and then do the straps. So I should have been thinking about that and read through my stuff more thoroughly, because I should have known, you know, if I'm having to build a bulkhead, that's usually an indicator that it's a strap only load. Even though this just looked like outside bar, you know, it doesn't look like shiny bar that usually is strap only. Anyway, so keep that in mind. Don't make that mistake, because all I did was create more work for myself. But this is it. You know, I was able to cover it barely, you know, with one vinyl tarp. Got 2 green canvas tarps under it just to protect the vinyl tarp. And just kind of walking around the trailer to make sure everything, you know, no bad tires or anything. Because I just got this trailer, you know, yesterday down there in where was it? Oh yeah, down in Enos at the Lowe's distribution center. But everything's been working. Air system and the tires, the lights, everything's been cool so far. But that's what we got. All right, guys, well, I'm planning on leaving out Monday morning. I've got a delivery appointment on this load for Tuesday at 9 a.m. and that'll be, I think that's Eastern time. I'll have to check that. but I think Louisville is Eastern time. So, all right, I'll see you Monday.